Beras cuba diseludup dengan diikrar. Disandarkan 3 cubaan menyeludup beras dipatahkan pihak berkuasa.
Yang melibatkan beras subsidi ini cuba dibawa keluar pergi ke negara jiran yang berdekatan iaitu Filipina.
Panasnya lah hari ni.
Itulah Pak Kasim. Asalnya pun tak dapat nampak.
Aku rasa ni mesti sebab kes penyelundupan beras ni.
Betul Pak Kasim. Apa nak buat ni Pak Kasim?
Banyak bersabar lah Ilyas.
Accountability, integrity and transparency are key values that are often exercised within the administrative part of governmental bodies and among civil servants to ensure the continuous flow of public faith and confidence in the system to function properly without the presence of corruption. In simple terms, when corrupt, such as bribery and embezzlement, become prevalent among government officials, the credibility and trust in the government are likely to decline. The erosion of trust can lead citizens to question the legitimacy of the government. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Raja Muhammad bin Raja Samsudin and I am your host for today.
My name is Professor Dr. Norma Zuana Ismail, from Professor in Economics at UPM School of Business and Economics, University Putra Malaysia. Okay, and I also the Deputy Dean of Research and Innovation, SPE UPM.
Nama saya Irwan bin Marjab, memangku pengarah bagi Kawasan Padiran Beras Negeri Sembilan. Telah berkhidmat di Kawasan Padiran Beras Negeri Sembilan sejak daripada 2018. Telah berkhidmat dalam Kawasan Padiran Beras lebih kurang dalam 21 tahun.
Before we proceed to about the food trafficking or smuggling proceed about smuggling, we have to know why people actually use this kind of techniques or methods to smuggle the food. As I said, the food actually is something that's very important. Okay, we talk about rice, for example. Why actually the rice is not enough in our countries? Okay, when this is actually not enough, so it triggers to some people, okay, to smuggle the food from the neighboring countries. Okay, but even though we are not actually, because of the shortage of the rice, for example, even though if we in the normal situation, okay, we should understand from the international trade perspective.
Harga beras dunia sekarang ni lebih tinggi daripada harga pasaran Malaysia. Jadi kita tengok trend untuk masuk beras daripada luar tu memang berkurangan lah. Itu untuk konteks yang sudut masuk. Untuk konteks sudut luar, okey. Oleh kerana oleh kerana masalah yang kita sebut tadi, sebab harga kita lagi rendah, harga beras kita lagi rendah daripada harga luar, jadi memang ada kemungkinan beras kita akan disudut keluar. Tapi buat masa sekarang kita tengok isu untuk sudut keluar beras tempatan keluar ni memang kita kata kes-kes terpencil lah. Dia memang dia kurang lah, sebab dari segi penguasaan memang kita ketat lah, bukan setakat kita buat penguasaan. Penggunaan beras tempatan, untuk makluman lah, penggunaan beras tempatan ni sebelum isu beras tempatan kurang sebelum ni, penggunaan beras tempatan ni lebih kepada pihak industri. Pihak industri ni maksud dia macam catering makanan, pembuat bihun, kuih tiaw, itu saja. Pengguna sebelum ni dia memang lebih kepada produk import, iaitu beras import, sebab harganya lebih kurang sama. Kalau kita tengok 5 tahun ke belakang ni, beras tempatan memang di pasaran memang pun sebelum ni memang cukup-cukup kurang. Sebab target beras tempatan sebelum ni bukanlah untuk pasaran pengguna. Dia lebih kepada target untuk industri.
Have you guys noticed the current price of rice for common goods that have been fluctuating in recent years? Whether a consumer or a vendor or even a hawker, you must be aware of the problem that has been caused by rising rice prices, whereas imported rice is too expensive for most people, while domestic rice is not enough to keep up with the growing local demand. Although in Malaysia, the local white rice is a controlled food item whose price is capped at 26 ringgit per 10 kilogram, the climbing price of imported rice due to the surge in global prices could lead to higher demand for cheaper local rice, ultimately making demand higher while depleting overall availability of rice commodities in local markets.
But do you know that the cow actually in Thailand also is not from Thailand? They're also coming from border. Myanmar is very close. So I heard that actually the cows actually is importing from Myanmar to Thailand, and that one actually they export to Malaysia. We don't know, right? So but this is actually happening because the import from Myanmar much more cheaper. Of course lah. The business in Thailand, the business guys in Thailand, they also wanted to have more profits. So they will import from Myanmar. And then that one actually they re-export to Malaysia. So we thought that we are actually, this is from Siam, from Thailand. So this is actually something that, when they trade, they are actually always do like that. They're also actually looking for the borders. It's cheaper. Of course, when we talk about the government is our government. Governance actually is a very important governance. Because governance includes the political stability, includes the transparency, corruptions. Okay, so this actually much more important. Okay, if for example that as I said that in border, okay, so you put so many actually people there, but we don't actually have very good governance. Say no to bribery. I think that was full stop. We put so many barrier, but okay, so the bribery is allowed, then actually there's no point, right? So betul, it's transparent actually, because if for example that the declaration transparent, because you have to fill out the form. Okay, sometimes they fill out the forms, everything is nice, good. But when you do the inspection, lori, you jumpa macam-macam. Durian pun ada dalam tu. So this is actually something that not only the transparency, but also as I said, accountability. Okay, and the good governance actually is to avoid this kind of the issue of the corruption.
Saya rasa masalah accountability ni dia bukanlah satu benda yang macam bawah kita katakan. Mungkin ada satu dua kes yang accountability lah, tapi saya lihat kita ni lebih kepada masalah kekurangan kaki tangan untuk kita attack semua peringkat. Jadi sebagai contoh macam saya di Negeri Sembilan lah, kita cuma ada 5 orang penguatkuasa untuk jaga satu Negeri Sembilan.
Jadi sebagai seorang pelajar, adakah awak terkesan dengan kenaikan harga beras yang tidak menentu sekarang ni?
Saya sebagai seorang pelajar amat terkesan dengan kenaikan harga beras sekarang ni. Sebab saya telah untukkan bajet seharian saya. So bajetnya lari daripada apa yang saya plankan. So itulah, saya agak terkesan juga.
Okay. Jadi pernah tak awak terfikir untuk tukar beras kepada makanan gandum lain seperti roti, mi?
Tak pernah. Saya tak pernah terfikir pula untuk tukar makanan beras, iaitu nasi untuk ke bahan-bahan lain seperti gandum semua. So saya tak rasa lah saya boleh tukar sebab saya dah biasa makan nasi hari-hari. Okay.
Okay, terima kasih. Okey, Abang, jadi soalan pertama dari saya nak tanya, Abang terkesan tak dengan harga kenaikan beras yang tidak menentu ni?
Terkesan jugalah. Sebab sebelum ni harga murah ni naik tiba-tiba, agak terkesan jugalah.
Okay, jadi soalan kedua saya, pernah Abang terfikir tak untuk tukar kepada alternatif lain macam roti ke, maksudnya macam tak makan beras lah?
Tak pernah pula lah. Kita sebab dah biasa makan beras kan.
So jadi abang tak ada consider untuk tukar beras kepada makanan lain lah sebab kita dah sinonim dengan beras kan?
Ya betul. So memang makan, kita tak ada nak tukar-tukar lain lah, memang beras je lah.
The issue of rice supply in our country surely is a hot and contentious topic. Our journey to find the answer whether there exists a connection between the fluctuating rice prices and integrity of stakeholders in the industry had only opened up new cans of worms full of questions like food security, food traceability, and over-dependency on imported goods. I will leave you with this one sentence. Good governance upholding regulations on traded goods is important, but don't let it distract you from the actual glaring problem. Glaring problem in this situation is food security. Finally, I will leave you with this one question. How far does the reach of one's accountability, credibility, and transparency towards their job or responsibility truly affect other people? In our search for truth, does our initial assumption hold true? Ponder this question. Thank you for your willingness to hear out our part of this story.